You and Guinevere.
I'm going to go full Guy Fawkes. Me and Guinevere are going to walk in.
You and your slop.
I'm going to slop her on the table. I'm going to burn the fucking place to the ground. He's like, how are you today? I was like, what, me and Guinevere? And I just get her out the bag and then just slop her onto the table.
But could you imagine being told that you've got your twin that you've consumed as a child inside you?
That would fuck me up. I think I'll get PTSD from that. I think I definitely...
Why would you get PTSD?
Post-traumatic stress disorder.
From what?
Because I've engulfed myself.
Yeah.
You going to like a family do, yeah, and we've got like this, just like the slops in like a baby carriage.
Yeah.
Just walking in, both
and
of us
Mum's
like
why,
proud dads.
and Mum's like, why'd you bring them? We're like, well, they're part of the family. They're part of the family, all right? Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back to this week's edition of A Pinch of Malt. I can't even say it. It is Gorillas in a Mist episode. It's just me and Jamie. Aaron's bailed out on us. He's too ill.
Too ill, yeah. What has he got?
Labyrinthitis, the thing that I suffer. But he's got labyrinthitis. It's what I suffer from when you get ear infections and stuff. So
it's like a form of vertigo, isn't it?
It's caused you to have really bad vertigo. So he can't drive, he can't go to work, he can't do anything at the moment.
Yeah, all he's doing is curled up in the
that
corner
kid's
of his
always
bed.
ill.
Yeah, he's got the immune system of a tennis ball.
Yeah, so it's only me and Jamie, and we were looking for something to call it, and then Jamie just said Gorillas in the Mist. So that's what we're going with this week, guys. This is episode, is it 12?
Yeah, this is episode 12 now, yeah.
12 episodes in, guys.
We were due to have some of the lads on, but
they all bailed out.
They all let us down at the last minute.
So we couldn't do it.
Yeah, but it's one of those things, isn't it? How have you been this week then?
Yeah, I've been alright. Been looking at new openings, new paths for me, new career, stuff like that. So yeah, so I'm just looking for new paths and stuff like that. So I applied for the fire services, which is good.
Was that part-time fireman?
No, full-time.
Full-time? Do you think you'll get in?
Hopefully. Got a fitness test and interview this week, so it should be alright.
You better trim them eyebrows down, boy.
Yeah, I know. Fire risk, fire hazard.
Fire risk. They'll be watching you go
They'll
into the
walk in
building
and they'll
and
be like,
waiting
nope.
for you to get lit up.
I'll walk in there and be like, nope, get out. Too flammable.
Or they just send you into a room with a guy called Terry and he's standing there with a pair of shearers, isn't it? Like sheep shearers. He's like, this is what's going to happen.
He's like, you're in, but initiation. But yeah, it's gonna be good. So hopefully I get.
Yeah, that would be good because that would be a good change for you.
I'm still going to do the PT, but I'm going to do the PT like as a side thing.
Yeah.
So.
Which is the way you should have gone around it. Anyway,
yeah, but I just need to get out of my old work.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and I know now what to do and what not to do, type thing. So, yeah, it's gonna. Hopefully, I hear back from that and see what happens. But yeah, it's going to be good. What about you?
Being quite busy this week. I've got a new lad at work that I've been training. So other than that, I've literally been asleep.
The usual then.
The usual
just sleeping.
Shit, yeah. What else has happened this week? Oh, I've all confirmed holidays now for going to Turkey.
You're going to Turkey and you're going Malaga.
Malaga as well. So
Jamie's going on his second lad's holiday. Second ever lad's holiday. It feels weird not doing it with Aaron, doesn't it? We're just staring at each other.
Yeah.
I'm looking lovingly into your eyes, just like,
But it does feel weird without him.
Yeah. It does, I must admit.
We ain't got the third member. At the minute, we are Gorillas in the Mist.
Gorillas in the Mist. Just two lone gorillas in the mist.
In the mist.
Right, so we had a really good episode lined up for you guys today. We're going to talk about the paranormal.
Yeah, all
the unusual.
Theories.
Yeah, conspiracy theories.
Unexplained phenomenon.
Just general craziness.
Yeah.
But then Aaron quit on us. Well, didn't turn up.
Yeah.
/ couldn't get out of bed. So we're still going to do it.
He really wanted to be here.
Yeah, but there's nothing we can do.
Couldn't possibly do it.
I looked at him and
he was
I just...
in too bad of a shape.
No.
Yeah.
So yeah, but we'll carry on. We'll power through. And hopefully you guys will like this episode. And we'll go from there. So what do you have, Jamie, for...
The first thing I was looking at is... have you heard about number stations?
Yeah, I've heard about them. Yeah, they're the ones that just continuously play.
Yeah, so
And
if you search on any shortwave radio,
yeah,
eventually you'll come across a station where it's just constantly relaying
someone
numbers
just
off,
relaying numbers. Yeah.
and there's no explanation from any governments or anything.
Have you got a clip of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a clip. There's no explanation from any governments or anything like that.
Yeah, apparently they say that it was used back in the day before there was like emails and stuff to telegram secret messages, didn't they?
Yeah, because they go as far back as the Second World War, where it was originally Morse code. So they thought it was where they're speaking to spies in other countries.
Yeah, which makes sense, doesn't it? Really?
Which makes sense, but you think one country at least would admit it, but they haven't.
Do you think that you could be a secret agent?
Do you think I could?
Yeah.
No. I would give myself up.
Straight up, no.
When someone tries torturing me, I will tell the world secrets. I'll be like,
little bitch,
yeah.
is what you're saying, little bitch.
I couldn't give a shit whether I'm English, Japanese.
Snitches, isn't it?
Do you know what I mean? Do you have any real allegiance to your country?
No, but I mean, if I was a secret agent, it might be different.
What kind of secret agent would you be? Would you be like a James Bond suave type, walking around with martinis in his hand and shit like that?
No, it'd be Tom Cruise, isn't it? Just constantly running.
Constantly running, hanging off buildings.
Yeah, hanging off buildings.
Flicking his hair around.
Yeah, breaking legs.
Becoming Scientologist.
Yeah.
So this is how some of the number stations...
You were nearly going to start then, weren't you?
I always start off when we come back.
You're looking at me like, help me, dear God. Dear God, help me.
This is some of what the number stations sound like, yeah?
Yeah.
But some of them have got like weird music at the beginning. And have got like weird sounds in the background as well.
What, from the beginning of the recording?
Yeah, it's not always numbers.
But how do you catch the beginning of the recording?
Just people were listening to it non-stop because it's on like
people
a loop.
are probably just recording it non-stop, aren't they?
So this is the top 10 most unsettling number stations. I'm not going to play the whole video because it's 4 minutes long, but you'll get an idea from it.
Yeah. That just sounds like Doctor Who.
1, 5, 7, 2, 8.
That sounds like Transformer.
If you heard that on the radio when you're just trying to find fucking Radio 1, Kieran.
I guarantee it's someone's live work in it to work out what is going on, and I guarantee there's just no explanation for it. It just happens. Is that a different language?
It's all in different languages.
I was about to say, it doesn't even sound like real. It just sounds like murmuring. It's definitely something to do with... freaking rocket out.
But yeah, how creepy were they, you know?
Yeah, they are pretty creepy.
Like, there's loads of obviously theories around it. People thinking that that's a different, what is it called? Timeline.
Yeah.
Trying to communicate over that it's like something more paranormal than just the government trying to speak to their spies.
Yeah.
Because it's been going on for 50 years, like non-stop.
Yeah.
And some of them have not stopped that whole 50 years. They just kept going. So they're being... And the problem is with shortwave radios is you can never find the... like, where it's coming from.
Mm.
It's literally
Have you seen that episode of It's Always Sunny? When... Charlie works in the... mail place.
Oh yeah,
and he's trying to figure out, and he's smoking a cigarette, and there's that picture of him. That is what people are like right now, trying to figure out what this is.
Yeah, they're like running around, and when he ain't got time to deal with the mail, he just mails it back to himself.
Mails it back to himself, and the rest of it is like, if no one's looking after it, I just throw it in the bin. It's just so funny. Yeah, they are pretty creepy, those things. I've heard about them before.
Yeah, it's really fucking messed up.
Have you ever heard of, they're called RFID chips?
RFID chips, no.
They're radio frequency identification chips.
What?
And they're basically the ones that are placed in pets and stuff like that. And there's like ones in your Oyster card.
Yeah.
And things like that. And people think, there's a lot of people in this world that think that they implant it in you from a baby.
What?
A chip.
A real, like, everyone's getting it.
Yeah, everyone. People think that everyone has got one of these chips.
So you slip inside out, you're screaming like shit.
And they're planting you with an RFD chip. And
you're covered
RFID
in,
chip.
like, all kinds
Shit.
of matter.
Yeah.
She snips your little foot, because they snip your foot, don't they, when you're born? Just
They
to
snip
make sure.
your foot.
They do a little pinprick on your foot.
Why?
To make sure that you're there, innit?
To make sure you're in her hands. Why would you not be
present.
there?
Make sure you're present, you're alive. Because sometimes the babies don't cry straight away.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's to make the baby cry.
Yeah, then they put the chip on you.
And then
Chip, yeah.
The little midwife just secretly implants the chip.
Yeah.
No.
Well, that's what people say.
Yeah, but think about all the midwives and that. There'd have to be like some secret CIA bloke turns up in the middle of the night.
Apparently,
just injects the children.
It's linked to vaccinations and the Antichrist.
The Antichrist. What the fuck has the Antichrist got to do with anything?
Antichrist, Jay.
The second
That's
rising.
it.
The rising of the Antichrist.
People think that it's the government trying to track where everyone is. They know exactly where you are, exactly where.
I think eventually I don't think that's particularly true yet, but I think it will eventually be.
Well, everyone knows where we are now because of our phones.
Yeah.
The government now know where we are at all times.
We're being listened to. Alexa is listening to us all the time.
Apparently, it started in England. This theory.
Your question. The United States has multiple time zones. In New York, it's 5:17 p.m. Did that answer your question?
Alexa just spoke to us when Jamie said Alexa, and now it just says.
It just told us the time zones in America.
Yeah, so it's strange, isn't it? It's a bit of a strange theory, I think.
Do you believe that there would be a chip inside you?
No.
And that there's some
I think people are watching us.
Yeah, I think 100% that. I think all the technology that surrounds us nowadays, everyone can hear what we're saying.
Yeah.
And there's certain flag words that will come up if we started talking about certain bombs or something like that.
Yeah.
Or materials that go into a bomb.
Well, like we did in the last one with Bob Lazar, as soon as he said the thing about the whatever it was, proton 115 or whatever it was, doesn't know what it's called. Element 115. The next day he
was raided because it flagged up,
and they did it with their phones out. They didn't do it with their phones away.
Yeah.
That's mad, isn't it?
That's what I think will happen. And I think that, when they say they've stopped a lot of terrorism, I think a lot of that's done through that kind of technology.
Yeah, it's mad.
Which really, for the greater good, because I ain't doing anything that I don't really want people to know.
Yeah, the only thing you're doing is beating your meat.
Yeah, well they can watch me wank all day if they want.
Someone loads up your screen and there's just Jamie's at it again.
He's
over the armchair.
But
going full throttle.
But yeah, I think it's more of a better thing than it is a bad thing, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But the government should be fucking transparent about stuff like that.
They're never going to be.
They're never going to be.
There's too many secrets, but it 100% does happen.
And England and America are particularly bad for shit like that because there's such I can't say it. Aristocracy.
I don't even know what you're trying to say.
There's the rich people who are in charge.
Yeah.
There's such clear lines between them.
Divide, yeah.
And the people that are working people that go to work 2 jobs and all that stuff. Hard working people get fucked over every day.
It's true.
Do you know what I mean? If you work hard in this life, I was dealing with a problem this week to do with my bills. If you work hard in life and you do everything the way you should, you're guaranteed to get fucked over. But if you're a slime ball and figure out ways to get around anything, taxes, anything, you just seem to get away with it.
Yeah.
But I'm just one of them people that can't get away with doing anything.
Can't get away doing nothing, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's mad, isn't it? Yeah, it's absolutely crazy.
That's a little rant from me, but oh well. Government is a piece of shit.
It is indeed.
What will completely change subject here? What do you think about the pyramids?
As in the Egyptian pyramids?
Every pyramid on the earth. How many pyramids do you think's on the earth?
I don't know. Well, do they count the ones in Mexico as pyramids?
Yeah.
Okay. That's the Aztecs though, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's still a pyramid.
So, I don't know, probably must be triple figures.
Yeah,
Over 100.
over 1,000.
Because how many are in the?
Just in Egypt alone, guess how many there is?
I thought it was only like 5.
There's over 140 in Egypt.
But it's only like 5 complete ones or something.
No,
There's loads.
there's loads. Yeah, the Great Pyramid, the biggest one, is the only one that's actually 4-sided.
Oh,
The other ones look 4-sided, but they're actually 8-sided. Did you know that?
no.
How do you think?
You've been reading up on that,
I've been reading
yeah.
up, yeah.
Pyramids.
Because I don't believe.
Jamie's getting sucked into a pyramid scheme,
Yeah,
so he's doing all sorts.
I'm getting sucked into a conspiracy theory over the pyramids, yeah. Please tell me how the quarry was over 200 miles away. Yeah.
From what?
For them to make the fucking stones to
Yeah.
put into the pyramids. How are they dragging them across the dirt?
Yeah. Yeah, but it took them years. It took
20
them,
years.
took them 20 years to build, build the pyramids. And they were working every single day, slave labour, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And in order to get they had to do one brick at a time, didn't they? Well, one like.
So you're telling me
cube at
that
a
was all
time.
done with pulleys and fucking
Yeah, it
levers?
was.
No.
I've seen videos on it.
No. What they had videos
No,
back
like
then?
videos of how it was like made.
Yeah, just theories, Kieran.
So what are you thinking that someone just planted the big
I
pyramid?
think a more advanced civilization
Oh, shut your mouth.
doesn't necessarily have to be alien.
So what's it going to be then?
Could be like an advanced civilization that was around then, but isn't around now through circumstance.
Yeah.
Anything could happen to them.
And what they're burying their dead in golden sarcophaguses or whatever
They're not necessarily
and they're burying all the animals with them, and they're taking it there.
What I was reading is that they're not necessarily burial grounds.
What are they?
They just happen to be burying people inside them as well. There's
And
loads
they're
of secret
putting all
tunnels in them.
people's belongings in with them.
Yeah. I'm telling you
What,
now.
for fun?
I'm telling you now. Yeah.
Yeah.
They may have had slave labour, but it was a higher civilization that actually had the technology to build that fucking pyramid.
No, it weren't.
Yes, it was.
They 100%. So you're trying to tell me that an advanced civilization built brick. Why would they use brick? And it's not even good brick because it's all falling
When they
apart.
were originally built, they had a limestone like sheet around them,
Yeah.
so they reflected the sun.
Yeah.
And then the Egyptians believed that the reflection from the sun would send them up to wherever they want to go, into the stars.
Okay.
That's what they believed.
And you believe that someone did that other than the Egyptians?
I think the Egyptians were part of it.
Who then?
It could have been anyone.
Who?
It could have been aliens.
Give me. You say it could, you saying it's not necessarily.
It doesn't
aliens.
necessarily have to be aliens. It could have been an older civilization that had like the technology and the like the willpower to do it. Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
they something happened to them since then, and they're no longer around. Like there was like a big restart.
No, like nah.
No. So tell me how.
So
in
where-
the whole
so
of the Great Pyramid, the whole
Yeah.
of the Great Pyramid, there's only a 1 centimetre like deviation.
So why would we not find any
deviation.
what do you call it of these?
They packed their shit up and they went with it.
Where did they go?
I don't know. You tell me,
But
Kieran.
there was no other pyramids built around the world
If
like
they
that.
yes, there was, Kieran. In Mexico,
Yeah.
yeah. The 3 pyramids in Egypt, the famous ones, they're all lined up a certain way, yeah. In Mexico, there's 3 pyramids. Well, there's pyramids that are done the same way, in scale. So it's slightly different in scale, but it's the exact same distance between all of them. And the Great Pyramid is aimed towards the north, towards the true north, with no deviation. You're telling me the sandal wearing, nappy wearing people had the technology to figure that shit out?
Look how much gold they have, Jamie.
Well, because they had gold, they knew what they were
they
doing.
knew what they were doing. You don't have that much gold and not know what you're doing. That's all I'm saying.
So you believe that they just built them?
Yeah, of course they did. Why would they not? Why would I not believe that?
I think 100% they were helped.
But I don't understand. You're giving an explanation out, but you're not giving out by what. You're just saying could be aliens.
Could have been aliens that packed up and left.
where they gone down?
They worshipped Ra, the sun god. Yeah.
You tell me that they crashed in Roswell Area 51 20 million years later? These aliens.
Well,
Just
they don't necessarily
bobbing
have to be
around.
the same species. How many species of animals and things are on this earth?
So you think they're among us?
There's millions.
Or what of aliens among us?
They don't have to be among us. My dog could be an alien.
Rocco 100% is an alien.
Listening to all our conversations, relaying it back.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things. I genuinely think they had to have had help back then. There's no way with the lack of like knowledge that they was able to build stuff to that specification.
I think you're wrong, but we'll go with it. We'll go with it, Jamie. I just don't believe that.
Do you not believe aliens could exist then?
No, I believe that aliens could have happened, but I feel like they wouldn't have happened that long ago without us knowing, because them as Egyptians love writing on walls, didn't they? Right, Jamie. I don't know if you've heard this one, but it's called technology suppression. You ever heard of it?
I heard that's what the reptilian elite have done to us.
Well, they're saying that numerous theories, the suppression of certain technologies and energies. Apparently, the suppression of electric cars by fossil fuel companies.
Suppression of what?
Electric cars by fossil fuel companies.
Oh,
like,
I believe that. Yeah.
Yeah, like Texaco and
Yeah.
what's that other one? BP and
Yeah, they will lose all their fucking.
yeah, there was all their money.
Yeah.
And apparently, it happened back in America in Mexico, and apparently they suppressed the light bulb because a certain cartel was supplying people with means of electricity to generating stuff.
They suppressed the light bulb. What was this before the original light bulb was created?
Yeah, like they suppressed the long-lasting light bulb.
Oh, the long last. Oh, okay. Because one of the cartels owned a light bulb business.
Oh, whatever. Yeah, probably something like that.
Yeah, some bullshit. I believe the petrol thing.
It's like, do you believe that they're suppressing like hover technology, hover cars and stuff like that?
I think we've got means of doing it.
Mm.
Like, have you seen that guy who did the jetpack
across
the channel?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
from
pretty
England
mad,
to
isn't it?
America. England to
But
America.
it's like they
England to
say
France.
in that Bob Lazar thing again, bring up Bob Lazar quite a lot today.
Yeah.
That apparently they're suppressing the alien technology because as soon as one person comes out of it, that'll be it. Everything will change. It will change the whole economy.
Do you kind of believe? Could you see this happening? Do you know Fringe?
Mm.
Back in the day,
Mm.
the way they found out about how to create mobiles and stuff was that one dimension was further advanced than the other, and he took snapshots of like the Motorola Razor. Do you remember?
Yeah, I think so.
He took like snapshots into the other dimension of the Motorola Razor,
And they made it.
and then they made it like reverse engineered it. Do you believe that's possible?
No, because I don't believe in multiple dimensions.
No.
No, I believe there is other things out there in the universe, but not multiple dimensions.
I think there very much could be. Every decision you made, if another version of you was not to make that decision, then you'd be in a different place.
Do you reckon there's a multi-million-pound Kieran out there? Is that what you think?
Well, I think you're a failure in all
Shut your
streams
mouth.
of life.
Shut your mouth. So what, is there a tall, handsome version of you out there? Is there
Well,
somewhere?
it depends who mum's up with in her decision making. But it's what I do think that that huge jump we had from, if you think about our technology in the 80s, yeah, where you couldn't even see TV clearly,
Mm.
to the jump where we're at now, where you got fucking like basically holograms on stage.
Yeah.
You got concept cars that have got holograms as dashboards.
I know, I just think that's just because once one person started the barrel rolling, that was it.
People
Do
just
you know
kept
what I
going
mean?
with
And
it.
plus education has got far greater. Do you know what I
Mm.
mean? And technology has got better just naturally. Because people are
Becoming more intelligent.
yeah, smarter, more intelligent. Obviously we didn't get that.
So you don't think that we're being suppressed in any way?
No, I think we're being suppressed in certain ways. Like, I feel like there's technology out there that could
There's a theory about the cure for cancer,
cure
isn't
for
there?
cancer and things like that. That
That
there probably
the drugs
there probably
companies.
is a way of doing it, but at the end of the day, the first person that does actually release one is going to be a multi-billionaire within seconds. Do you know what I mean? So
The thing is,
but people,
as they say,
what happens is these
treatment is a lot more
yeah,
profitable.
these companies will
than
wait
cures.
for the perfect time to release it.
Because they came out with the cure for Ebola this week. Do you know that?
Really?
Yeah. So that's no longer a life-threatening disease anymore, as long as they catch it at an early enough stage.
Yeah. Which is what I imagine they'll come out with one day for cancer. Hopefully, touch wood.
Well, if you think about when we were kids, you were fucked, weren't you? Now there's a lot more options that you've got.
Well, yeah, there's a massive chance now you'll actually survive most of the cancers. Do you know what I mean?
Depending on what stage you're at.
Yeah.
But I think it is the worst thing. People that believe in God and that piss me off because we wouldn't have cancer.
Well, cancer's just I don't want to go too much into the science of it, but it's just a natural thing that everyone has in their body.
Yeah, that just
whether
gets activated at one point.
It reacts badly and turns into a bad form of cancer.
Yeah.
It's completely...
But if there was a God in this world, good people wouldn't be getting cancer, and,
and
bad people wouldn't be living.
Completely agree. That's why I don't believe in God.
Into their late years. Do you know what I mean?
Like that. Yeah, but technology suppression could be happening. I think probably. In what terms we don't know, but it could.
You're trying to segue me away from religion there, weren't you?
Yeah, don't want to go into that. Don't want to go into that in this episode.
But yeah, I think the petrol thing's definite. Because look at even now with all the electric cars and that about on the road, how often do you see a charging station? Still very rarely in this country, isn't it? I've got a couple at work and a few at petrol stations that I've noticed, but most of the time they've still not been installed.
What, charging stations?
Charging stations for
9
fully
times out of
electric
10, what happens is when you buy an electric car, you have to get there's an extra charge that you get one installed in your house.
Yeah, but if
So-
you're doing long road trips and stuff,
But like the Teslas, they are incredible. Those cars, absolutely incredible.
that's why
The way
Elon
they drive,
Musk's
the way
made
they are,
so
they're
much money.
definitely the best electric cars out there.
But it's like when you're doing a long road trip, you've got you drive, and then you see it on like Top Gear and stuff. They've got to hang around for like 40 minutes to like an hour.
Yeah, you got
For
to
the
make
car
sure
to
it's fully
recharge.
charged. It's not a long driver. It's an everyday driver.
Yeah,
Those type of cars.
yeah, it's a city drive.
Yeah. Which should also be manic for people that live in like Los Angeles and stuff that are constantly stuck in traffic.
Yeah, and you just seeing your batteries like when you've got a low thing on your phone, innit?
Yeah, or you
And
hear-
like, do you know when your phone screen goes dark
yeah.
and you think it's off, but it's not. It's just trying to save power. Your car just completely blacks out on you, and you're just driving blind.
It's mad. But yeah, it would be quite... I imagine something like that's probably happened.
I think things will just improve and improve and improve. Eventually, we'll have no physical media at all. It's all going to be implanted into us, and then we will have the chips that know exactly where we are at all times.
But it's funny that the movies that come out in the 1980s, the 1970s, 1980s, all predicted that.
Yeah,
That probably will end up happening.
yeah. Self-driving cars already exist.
Like a Tesla can self-drive, can't it, when you're on the
Yeah.
motorways and stuff?
That's what I mean.
That's just mad.
Science fiction is coming true, Kieran. Next thing you know, you could be walking into a bar and there's a woman with 3 tits in there. Total Recall.
Total Recall. But you know, in our day and age, it won't be free. It'll be like 18 million.
But 18 million tits, just like pimples, isn't it? Because they have to be that small.
No, because people go over the top these days, don't it? Yeah.
Have you watched that thing on Netflix? Come out
thing?
this week called The Family.
Oh, isn't that about the Christian,
Yeah, the Christian secret
religious
society.
kind of cult or whatever? I don't know what it was, yeah.
Do you know anything about it yet?
No.
I'm only a couple of episodes in, but basically, this organisation called The Family is led by someone called Doug Coe,
Yeah.
and he is the most powerful man in Washington that you don't know.
Yeah.
And this, I would say it's a cult really, has been around and been influencing like senators and presidents since like 80 years ago. Like if you look at all the old pictures, it goes through it in the documentary. All the old pictures, they're all in the pictures. All of these people hanging around them. And this guy, he's a reporter now. He went into like one of their like dorms they have for young men that become leaders. They're groomed to become leaders.
Yeah.
And he was in there, and like that's where all the presidential candidates and that come from. Like there's a yearly Easter thing that the presidents do, like a prayer meeting.
Yeah.
And it's as if every president does it in America. And at every speech, they thank Doug Coe and his organisation.
Yeah.
Because they're secretly the people behind the government.
Yeah. I can imagine that's the same
They're
kind of
pulling
thing
the strings.
in England, isn't it? Like, you know, all
The Masons.
The Masons.
Yeah.
There are all the presidents, or most of the presidents, most of the prime ministers have come from there.
It just goes to show that when you're a normal person,
But
you
that's
haven't got a chance.
that's born into money. Do you know what I mean?
When you're a normal person, you have not got a chance.
No.
All these secret
You can
organisations.
you can be a well-respected person, but I imagine there'll be a certain time, a certain type of time in your life when you'll become so famous, if you are a famous person, that you probably get invited into these types of things.
Yeah, that's what I think about, like the likes of Jay-Z and that, and when he does all his hand signals for the Illuminati.
And with the same with Ed Sheeran, do you know what I mean? I imagine he come from nothing, and then now he's probably balls deep in the Illuminati.
Yeah. And that's why a lot of them go mental.
Yeah.
Because they can't handle, like, they're opened up to a new world then, they.
Well, it's a whole new, different way of looking at things, isn't it?
Unknown, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's absolutely madness.
But I do think corporations lead this world. I don't think the actual governments have much control anymore.
Yeah, it's all... They just put someone at the face of it.
I think someone like Google and like Amazon, all them type of
Well, what did I
companies.
tell you last time, Jamie? Google is like Illuminati and Illuminati is Google,
Exactly.
Jamie.
They're in more control of our technology
Yeah.
than anything else.
Oh, yeah.
Windows,
Yeah.
all...
So you're telling me, yeah, that iPhone, Apple, could not make the perfect product. They couldn't make it. Because they would lose on too much money.
Yeah, exactly.
The Apple from 6 to whatever we're on now, XS, they're near enough the same phone. Just slightly better each time.
Samsung's
each time
the same.
improving the battery,
Yeah.
each time improving the screen, each time improving that, each time improving this. The technology's there, they just want to make money out of it. It's the same thing as every single thing in this world. It's all about money.
All about upgrading, isn't it?
Yeah. And if they can keep you hooked, which they have, Apple have got their... Same with me. I have to have the new phone, do you know what I mean? If they've got their hooks in you, then you're going to be a sucker for life. Do you know what I mean? And they can just suck that money out of you. And you've got to think, they're paying you these phones, and then from then you've got people like Vodafone that are making you pay monthly for a phone that costs
£1,000.
far less to make. Do you know what I mean? They're making you pay nearly triple the amount.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like you've got normal people walking around
it's
with
money
£1,000
feeding money.
phones.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Everyone's in debt the whole time in their lives. That's just the way it is.
It's money feeding money. That's what it is.
So you agree then? You think that something like the family is there and it's pulling all the strings?
100%.
Pulling all the
There's
strings.
been that many things about it in like
Yeah.
documentaries and stuff like that. It's got to be.
and
it's in every.
It's an organisation that
And
isn't
yeah,
hiding.
every country has their own version of it. And from there is where the Illuminati's come from. And the Illuminati is where is a
worldwide.
well, the brainchild of the Illuminati now is Anonymous. Do you know what I mean? That's the hacker section of it. That's the young generation of the Illuminati.
Yeah, we went into that before.
Yeah. We don't want to say too much on them anyway. Cause
No, we don't want them coming after us. Please do not hack me. We've already had an attempt of hacking, and I was scared for a day.
Jamie's scared his life. Scared out of his wits.
I can't remember what I was going to say now. What do you think about the moon landing conspiracy?
What, that it happened?
That it didn't happen.
That it didn't happen, or it did happen?
That it didn't happen.
I believe that we went to the moon.
Do you believe it happened? Do you believe it happened?
Yeah, I believe it happened. 100% believe it happened.
What, at 66?
Is that when it was?
Yeah.
And it at 66. Yeah, I believe that.
I don't.
What would you believe?
I believe it was set up.
And what we still haven't gone there.
No, I think we've gone later. But to win the fight with the
space
Russians at
race.
the time during the Cold War, I think they've staged it. And there's plenty of evidence. If you look into it, there's plenty of evidence that they did. Like the way the flag goes is supposed to not be moving and stuff like that, and it is, and things like that. The way jumping along. It shouldn't be that linear. It should be a lot more stiff than it is.
Yeah.
Because they're basically saying they're on ropes.
Oh, okay.
And they think it was actually filmed in like a famous studio in Hollywood.
Yeah, I remember seeing something about
Yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised.
that.
To win that
I wouldn't be surprised. I
political
feel like
battle
we've been
against the
there.
Russians.
And that's why I think, because Virgin have launched their new plane well, it's under test at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
It can go out to the outer atmosphere. It costs £2,000 a flight.
Yeah.
That's not a lot.
Considering you're going up.
Considering you're going up outside of the atmosphere and come back in again. But it kind of looks like a double. It looks like 2 planes attached in the middle, but like also like a rocket as well. It's a bit strange looking. But yeah, I don't know.
I do think that
It's one of those ones where it's definitely possible that it is staged.
I think it was staged at the time, and we've probably been since. I think it's probably been around the 70s.
Yeah, it probably was that the fact that Russia were getting there quicker, so then America staged it, and then Russia just made it up there anyway. Because Russia have always said, we made it up there before them, didn't they? But because Russia were killing people in like Kazakhstan and places like that, wouldn't they? Because they made them launch from Kazakhstan and places like that, and they failed launches, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they had a lot of problems. There's that footage, well, not footage, but like audio sound clip of the lost cosmonauts, and you can hear them saying they're burning and stuff like that up in the atmosphere.
But that's horrible.
That's a horrible way to die, innit? You're essentially in a tin can, just burning to death.
Yeah.
How would you want to die? What would be the worst way you would die?
The best way, I think, would be just jumping out of an airplane with no parachute on. I've always said that.
Yeah, but then you think about it all the way down.
No, you don't. You just pass out.
I would not pass out. My lungs will take.
But then again, no, mine, like I'll end up surviving and just breaking every single bone in my body. I'll be some sort of freak accident where I land on like a fucking bush and end up killing, like ripping my arms.
Just wheel you in like a potato over it. Like parties, and you're dribbling, and all you just see is like a tear coming out of your eye because you want to die. Innit?
And then every single time you leave me alone, I keep trying to leap off something.
Yeah, like you just fall over out the chair.
I was like, yeah, that's probably the way I'd always want to go. What about you?
I think the worst way for me to possibly die would probably be drowning.
Drowning or burning alive would be horrible.
I think probably the nicest way to die would be just in your sleep, and you just don't know you died.
Yeah, but then apparently you do. You wake up and then you go through like the whole having a stroke or have a heart attack.
Yeah, but I'll be half asleep, so it won't matter. I'll be alright.
Jamie would be like, this is the usual morning for me.
Yeah, I'll be quite happy with that death.
That's what it feels like, doesn't it? When you wake up too early, you're just like, oh.
Especially when you've been on a session. Like when you wake up too early. What my stag do when I woke up too early, I woke up like 5 a.m. and we'd only got in at 3, and the alcohol hadn't fully worn off, and you have like this stage of drunk adrenaline.
Yeah.
And you're absolutely fine.
And then it gets like midday, and then you
die.
Dead.
Completely die.
Completely just dead. Yeah.
Because we only slept an hour that first day, didn't we?
Yeah, it was mental.
So I was absolutely disastrous.
What have you heard the recordings of Jim Jones?
Jim Jones? No, never heard.
Preaching at Johnstown.
Oh, that's a cult.
Jonestown or Johnstown.
Is that a cult?
Yeah, it's the ones that drank the Kool-Aid.
Oh right, yeah.
Apparently, there's recordings of his speech at the night where they drank it all.
Do you have a copy?
And you can hear people dying in the background and screaming.
Do you have a copy of it?
No, but I could probably find a copy. Do you want to listen to it?
If it's creepy.
Yeah, guys, we're not going to play the actual recording because it's just a bit too messed up and it's 44 minutes long. But if you guys want to listen to it, you can find it on the internet and stuff like that. But yeah, it's real creepy, isn't it?
Yeah, you can hear the kids crying in the background, and he's just like
blabbering on,
trying to get people to keep drinking it, even though they're seeing people die around them.
Yeah,
basically,
it's just that's what we're gathering from the recording.
What kind of person do you think you'd have to
But
be.
that's the most shocking in the whole world, isn't it? That one. That's the most famous one because it was a mass suicide. Because there's been mass suicides like that, but that was 900 people died.
Was it 900 people?
900 people.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
900 to 1,000 people.
But basically, I don't understand. What I don't understand about it is how someone, because he knows he's talking shit. Do you know what I mean? He knows he's.
Well,
talking
you get to
out
that
of his
point of
arse.
delirium where you just don't think you are.
Do you think he believed himself?
Oh yeah, 100%.
He thought I don't know what he thought they were doing. Were they going? Aliens come and pick him up, or were they going to fucking heaven?
It was something to do with like Jonestown or something. It was like religious. It wasn't anything to do with aliens.
Because I know the guys in the purple.
Because the guys in the purple suits
Nikes.
and the black Nikes,
Yeah.
they were something else. They were about aliens.
Yeah, they were
thought
getting picked
aliens
up by a
was the
group of
second coming.
aliens.
Yeah, and they all killed themselves in LA, didn't they?
Yeah,
It was like a house.
about 44 people died then, I think.
Yeah, but they're not as messed up as Jonestown.
I just don't.
And the fact of Jonestown is as well, only so some people knew about the Kool-Aid, and then what they did is they ended up killing everyone. But then by that point it was too late.
Yeah,
A lot of people had really drank the Kool-Aid because it was given around as like a
drink during the ceremony.
yeah, just like yeah. But then there is people that are actually there, and they're a part of the cult that survived because they didn't actually drink it. And when they started seeing people drop dead, they ran.
Yeah, I would fucking run.
That's just mad.
I think you'd have to be like socially and emotionally unstable and like in need of something to follow to even like get brainwashed into these fucking things because, and especially to get your whole family involved in it as well, it's just fucked up.
What kind of promises will they have to give you, Jamie, to drink the Kool-Aid?
To drink it, I will fuck. They'd have to tell me that I will ascend into
Ascend into
a
where?
delirium of like orgasm filled foreverness.
Orgasm filled foreverness.
Yeah,
So that's what they have to. That's what Jim Jones has to praise to you, does he?
yeah.
Orgasm filled.
I wouldn't believe
foreverness.
him. I don't think there's any stage in my life that I would reach. That I would ever
it's
believe
crazy
it.
that cults still exist. Do you know what I mean? To this day, things like that.
It's well, I think it's just people taking advantage of
But that's
vulnerable
religious
people.
cults, though. They've seemed to calm down in this day and age. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but there's different types now. There's different types of cults now, isn't there? There's like, if you think about all like the online communities now,
Oh yeah, they're definitely a cult.
there's a lot of like communities online that is essentially a cult and
true.
being led by like a messiah type person, whether they're claiming they're
Well, like,
religious or claiming
Super
they're something
fans
else.
are cult
Yeah,
because they do anything that a person will tell them.
yeah.
So they're technically a cult, aren't they?
Well, that's what happened with the Manson family, isn't it?
Yeah. But he was just a regular guy, wasn't he?
Yeah.
That he just got people. He was good at brainwashing people.
Well,
type thing.
he had ties to the famous
Yeah.
people, and that's what drew them to him.
Yeah, it's mad.
But people, it's when you've got that psychopathic, intelligent person that knows how to manipulate people that are in need of like something to be led by.
Yeah, because there's always people in this world that need.
Anyone
Stuff.
that's going
Do you
to
know what I mean?
church every week and stuff, there's a reason they're doing it. Do you know what I mean? Because it's filling some kind of hole
Yeah.
in their life.
Yeah.
Whether it's they've been brought up from a young age or they're a new born again or whatever,
It's just mad, isn't it?
it's just one of those things.
But yeah, I showed you that because it was just. It's just chilling that you can hear people in the background just dying and
Yeah,
he's just not
dropping
doing
dead
anything
and
about
shit.
it. But yeah, it's pretty mad.
If you were standing in that room and you saw everyone dropping and foaming from their fucking mouths, would you put that in your mouth?
No.
What would you do?
Well,
You'd run,
by that
wouldn't you?
point, it was too late
I'd be in the next county, Kieran.
because it took too long for it to kick in before most people noticed.
I'd be getting petrol about 100 miles away. That's how quick I'd be gone.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? People were stupid. I know it's bad because it was like a disaster,
Yeah, I know.
but people are thick as shit sometimes,
Yeah,
and they
it
need to.
is.
They like sometimes it's natural selection.
Natural selection. What? I heard enough of the weak, the poor, the stupid.
If you're stupid enough to believe it, I don't know whether you deserve it.
Yeah, true. Yeah, have you also heard this week, it was in the Telegraph, a mother was mortified when doctors found an enormous mass in her ovaries, and it was her unborn twin.
Her mass?
So like and it had been growing inside of her ovaries for 4 decades.
What the fuck?
She's 45, and she went to get her ovaries.
How did her unborn twin end up in her ovary?
Because she engulfed the twin.
Yeah.
When she was a kid.
That's known, isn't it?
Yeah, like, their twins eat twins.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's been in there. And
that's how you end up with Siamese twins and stuff like that.
Yeah, and apparently unborn twin was grown inside her from birth, complete with a face, an eye, a tooth, long black hair, like the woman had.
That's crazy.
Can you imagine? Imagine being a doctor and being like, what is going on?
Just come out, slump it on the table. It's just like...
But it had a face, an eye, and a tooth. Because if you imagine the state of it...
It grew.
Yeah, it was like half alive.
It was basically... It was parasitic, but it was alive.
Yeah, it was basically alive. Because in order to get like a hair and all that, you have to be... And a tooth. Because babies don't have teeth, do they? No. So it must have been about 1 or 2 years old before it died.
Well, I don't think that. I think it would have grown as an organism, and then the natural thing started to happen.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it become like a parasite on the body.
Parasite on the body, yeah. But can you imagine? That's something out of like Alien, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? That's like a chest popper. If
someone turned around to me and said, "There's a growth in your ass," yeah,
yeah,
and it's your unborn twin called like Guinevere or something, yeah.
So you, Jamie, has an unborn twin called Guinevere.
Guinevere, yeah.
Why has your twin got a name that's unborn?
Well, Mum knew about it the whole time. It's like in Simpsons when Bart Simpson's
twin lives
in the loft eating fish bones.
Yeah.
And
what did they call him?
It's like Hector or something.
Was he? I thought he was called like something else, but just would change Bart to something else.
But anyway, Guinevere, yeah. And I have this growth. And then someone turns around to me and says, like when I'm 45, "Oh, you've had this growth and he's alive. We've called him Guinevere, and you're gonna have to deal with him for the rest of your life now." Yeah.
Yeah.
And I come in and I look, and there's just like a slop.
A slop of mess on the floor.
Like meat or hair and teeth.
Imagine your hairline on that.
Fuck off.
It'd be messed up, wouldn't it?
It's just be like, just like a pile of muck on the table, yeah. They're telling me I have to look after it.
How would you get out?
I birthed it.
How would you get out? Would you shit out?
Nah, they would have to operate. Open my ass up. It'd be too big to get out. Guinevere would be too big.
And what, you would have birthed Guinevere out, would you? Would you hold her in your arms like a new baby born?
No. I'd put it in like fucking a load of Dettol and hold it in a test tube.
It.
What, they sell Guinevere as like what? As like a sex slave?
To the highest bidder. Do some sort of experiments on it. It must be like some sort of freak of nature.
Well, yeah, it's a load of slop.
Yeah, just do it. So I don't care. Put it on eBay. £1,000 slop.
Guinevere. Must be watered and fed. Oh, that's messed up, man. What would you call your slop?
I don't understand. Does that have to be a girl's name?
No, I thought it was just Guinevere's a nice name, isn't it?
Yeah, but that means it's female.
Well, it doesn't matter. Does it have a gender?
I'd go for a unisex name like
Big Tail.
Charlie.
Charlie.
Charlie the slop.
Charlie the slop.
It'd be fucking
cesarean section on your ass, trying to get it out.
Oh,
Can you imagine?
Cutting you from your bumhole to your ball sack.
Me and you going to like a family do, yeah, and we've got like this, just like the slops and like a baby carriage.
Yeah.
Just walking in, both
and
of us
like
proud dads.
And Mum's like, "Why'd you bring them?" We're like, "Well, they're part of the family. They're part of the family, all right." We're just. And they can't even move.
Guinevere and Charlie just hear like quiet screams from the thing going, "Ooh!"
Yeah.
That's
because they're breathing.
Yeah. This is the most fucked up film I've ever seen.
But could you imagine being told that you've got your twin that you've consumed as a child inside you?
That would fuck me up. I think I'll get PTSD from that. I think I definitely
Why did you get PTSD?
post-traumatic stress disorder. innit?
From what?
Because I've engulfed myself.
You haven't engulfed
I've engulfed
yourself.
Guinevere, Kieran.
You look at yourself in the mirror like I'm a fucking animal.
I would just have to literally fucking... I would have to go therapy. Because I would just
you
be
and
like, this
Guinevere?
thing's been living inside me all this
Would
time.
you take it with her?
Yeah, I'll just stop it on the table. That's all. I'll go to like Dr. Del, he's like, how are you today? And I'm like, what, me and Guinevere? And I just get her out the bag and then just stop her onto the table.
Throw out a couple of old pickles and
And
just pop her in
he
there.
tells me I have to stop bringing her around, innit?
It's just causing you PTSD.
She's got a weird smell.
And you're like, well, I denied it for 45 years. I'm not denying her anymore. See, scientists have found evidence that HIV was transferred from monkeys to humans in the 1930s.
1930s?
Yeah. Evidence exists, however, that the KGB deliberately disseminated a notion in the 1970s that it was invented by the CIA.
So the KGB
Yeah.
found evidence that it was invented by the CIA.
Yeah.
That's convenient, isn't it?
Deliberately disseminated the notion that it was invented by the CIA. This idea is similar concerning Ebola, because apparently they're saying that they have diseases like Ebola and HIV and stuff to get rid of some of the population of the world,
Yeah.
to make the world
Bit like a
population
Thanos
smaller. Yeah, like kill
type.
half the people
Yeah.
and blame it on that, because basically humans are multiplying too quickly. It's like the same with Chinese. The Chinese, they're only allowed one kid now. Do you know what I mean?
And living too long as well.
Yeah.
We live too long now.
So apparently that's what they've created HIV and Ebola for, is to get rid of them. Get rid of people.
I wouldn't like, to be honest,
What do you think about
with natural, like, with it being natural,
that?
if someone was to bang a monkey,
Yeah, but Ebola and HIV aren't natural. They're diseases.
yeah, but
They're diseases that are out of our that
Hear me
attack
out,
our. Yeah, go on.
if someone was to bang a monkey,
Mm.
I don't feel as though you'd be able to squash
So is that
Cool.
how we first got HIV? Is it someone banged a monkey?
probably. But this is what I'm saying. This is how people say it happened. Yeah, someone banged a monkey at one point.
Yeah, couldn't the
Yeah.
monkey just bite them?
The monkey was probably biting him to death, but he was probably he was finding that enjoyable. Yeah,
So you're t-
but
but
but I don't think a disease can cross species barriers like that quickly, unless he was going at that monkey for 20 years.
oh no, it would do. It's a disease. It attacks your
Yeah,
system.
but we don't get like mad cow disease, do we, and stuff like that.
There is cases of mad cow disease going to humans.
Is there?
Yeah, when people used to eat the
Eat the
cow
meat. I suppose.
Yeah.
I've always thought it was a bit fishy about how it actually originated. Obviously, with the the bigotry back in the day, they used to say that it had something to do with gay people and stuff like that,
Like gay sex and stuff
which
like that.
is just
But-
complete bullshit.
No, but what it would have been is it would have been a lot of gay people would have just had HIV. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's come from that, at that point, it was just rife in
Yeah.
that time period.
Yeah.
But it was
But it was rife within everyone.
within everyone.
Yeah.
But because of the bigotry back then and like the hating towards the
Yeah.
gay people and all that stuff,
And then you've got people like Freddie Mercury, who was openly gay and openly
yeah,
had
and then
HIV.
ended up contracting it.
But
But it's just because purely,
it doesn't get it bad.
yeah, it
Yeah,
happens to straight people as well.
yeah. It happens all the time.
Yeah,
You can be born. Your parents can have HIV, and you can be born with HIV.
yeah, exactly,
It can be passed down.
exactly.
Would you want to be told
What, that you got HIV?
if your parents had HIV?
Well, I think if I know rightly, I don't know whether this is correct. HIV you can live with,
Yeah,
and then it can contract into AIDS, which is what you die of.
yeah. It
So
can do.
you can have
So
HIV,
HIV
for
you
your
can
whole life, and it wouldn't affect
yeah
you.
you can have. There's tablets now that can control HIV.
Yeah,
But AIDS is where it turns into it's going to kill you.
It slowly shuts your body down.
But what it can do is you can have HIV for years, and then all of a sudden it will just turn into AIDS.
Yeah.
It's like cancer. You can have cancer cell. Everyone has cancerous cells in their body. All the rest of the thing, but it's just the unlucky ones that it turns bad.
Yeah.
And mutates.
But I do think CIA have done stuff like that. I do believe the CIA have injected heroin and meth into the ghetto in certain areas in America, just to get the population to turn on themselves, just to create that natural select. Well, it's not natural selection. They're trying to create a selection to keep the people in power, and the people that aren't.
Oh yeah.
At a certain level. Do you know what I mean? And
If they keep those people addicted to crack and brought up around crack and stuff like that, they're never going to get any further than that.
You think about all these people on benefits in the UK.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Their parents are on benefits.
So they become on benefits.
So they become on benefits because they have no reason to better themselves.
Yeah.
And there's very rare cases when people get out of that.
Yeah.
But the government relies on the fact that you're going to be following the same circle that your parents did and your grandparents did and everything like that.
And then they dangle that carrot in front of you of, you can win the lottery, even though millions and millions of people play the lottery every single day.
You can go to university and get yourself into loads of debt and not have a job.
Oh yeah, plenty.
Do you know what I mean? Plenty of people do it. Mm. I worked with a guy for years that had an accountancy degree, top one you can get, and he was working with me in the supermarket. Mm. Do you know what I mean? And he still, to this day, has not done anything with that degree. Mm. And I always think it's down to who you know.
Oh yeah, 100%.
If you don't know someone that can get you in somewhere, or one of your teachers at the university say can't get you in somewhere, you're fucked.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in quite a ranty mood today. I think everyone's against me. I hate the world, Cameron.
You're in a
conspiracy field. I think reading all the conspiracy theories and all that this week
just gets you riled up.
Has riled me up, and I think I want to burn down Parliament.
You and Guinevere.
I'm going to go full Guy Fawkes. Me and Guinevere are going to walk in.
You and your slop.
I'm going to slop her on the table. I'm going to burn the fucking place to the ground. Go in with a load of gunpowder and Guinevere.
She's got one eye.
Yeah.
I mean, half a face and a bit of a ponytail.
And we communicate through forms of click.
She just makes constant moans like. She doesn't have a mouth, Jay. She's got a face.
Yeah, but she bubbles and it makes a clicking sound.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh god.
You don't know what my slop is, Kieran.
Oh god. It sounds horrendous. That's what it sounds like.
But yeah, reading all the conspiracy theories and that has made me want to become a full-blown, like, fucking... I want to fight the world, innit?
I bet you have.
Just one of those things where the more you read, the more annoyed you get with things.
Yeah, the more annoyed you just get. And it's all about money.
Yeah.
And how high up you are. That's what I found when I was looking at it.
It's all the class system.
Crazy.
They say there's no more class system.
But
Fuck
there is.
off. There's loads.
There's a secret one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've just found a better way of hiding it.
Yeah.
Like all these famous people now getting famous over Instagram and stuff like that.
It's madness, isn't it?
They all know each other. They're all linked. All of them. All of the little idiots that have been on like Love Island and all that shit.
They all know each other.
They all know each other previously.
Yeah.
All the people that go on it knew the people that were previous on it.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So there's no the normal people.
Right, they haven't got a
Haven't got a fucking chance.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not wrong, Jamie. You are not wrong.
I dare someone to fucking email me some more abuse this week.
That's what people should do, guys. Email Jamie some abuse.
Tell me I'm fucking wrong.
Tell him and his slop that he's wrong.
Yeah. Me and Guinevere are going to take over the world.
One man and his slop.
One man and his slop attempt to take over the world.
Alright, guys. So that's this week's edition of A Pinch of Malt. Or, as we call it,
what was
Gorillas
it
in the Mist.
Gorillas in the Mist.
2
gorillas.
Aaron should hopefully be back next week.
Yeah.
We'll go back to just normal.
For those people that love Aaron's voice, apparently.
Yeah, we got a few comments saying Aaron's got a nice voice, which is a bit shocking.
I thought I had the nicer voice out of the three of us.
Out of the three of us,
Yeah.
I'm the most politely spoken out of the three of
Oh,
us. You
fuck
now
off,
sound
yeah.
like you ragtag,
You sound like you're middle class, Kieran.
middle class. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, it's been good, hasn't it? It's gone quite well, to be fair.
Yeah, like
Soon it's
I'm
late
quite
as well.
surprised.
People don't realise how
Yeah.
late it is. It's 11:30.
Is it 11:30?
Yeah,
Jesus,
half,
fuck.
half past 11.
I'll be up since 4.
We normally do it on a Friday morning, but because we've been busy today and stuff,
You've been down the hospital.
yeah, and stuff like that, so we had to take it back a little bit earlier. Then Aaron didn't turn up anyway, so
Yeah, so we kind of had a bit more freedom around
yeah,
the time.
around the time. So we just had more time because nine times out of 10 on a Friday, I'm under time restrictions, aren't I? Because I've got
Yeah.
work and things like that.
Yeah.
But we always fit you guys in. But thank you for listening. Like and subscribe on all the usual social media.
Yeah, Apon Podcast.
Apon Podcast on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. And then
We're on all the Spotify,
Podbean,
Castbox,
Castbox,
Apple Podcast.
Yeah, Apple Podcast. That's all a pinch of malt.
I just pimp the email address again
Oh yeah.
because we've been getting a few emails.
Oh, have we?
Yeah.
I haven't even APOM podcast
Yeah,
at
APOM podcast.
gmail.com.
Say that again, sorry, I interrupted you.
APOM podcast at gmail.com.
Yeah.
That's our Gmail account, guys. If you want to email us,
Feel free to contact us over anything, any like new ideas, any topic ideas, anything like that.
yeah. And we like hearing back from you guys. We found out that most of our listeners are from Apple Podcast and
Yeah.
Spotify.
Based in
surprisingly.
America as well. We've got a lot
Yeah,
of
based in
American people
America.
listening.
So it's always good to hear your guys' feedback. And we hope you keep listening. And we'll see you next week, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Decent. Oh, fuck.